Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com. Welcome to the baseball edition of Today in Sports Betting. Happy Labor Day, everybody. Appreciate each and every one of you's labor out there. Hope everybody has worked so hard that they actually get today off and get to sit back and watch a little sports. And of course, we got a couple of baseball games kicking off early, so I'm going to bring my partner in, and we're going to talk about those real quick. Scott, what's up, buddy?
Nothing much. Looking forward to going through the baseball card today. I know my Yankees continue to, I don't know, play like the Royals. No, I'm joking. They've been struggling a little bit, so I've accepted that, and hopefully they'll be able to turn around. Most likely not. So we'll see what happens.
Well, they're still massive favorites to make the playoffs. In fact,
according to Fangraphs, they're like 99%. I'm sure Fangraphs has never been wrong ever. It's like ESPN when they brought up the BPI. Or was the BPI? I forgot the term. They had like some official math projection on any matchup on like who's going to win. And I swear every time I saw the favorite would lose. Every time. Like for about a year. Like, oh, this team's favored 70% according to BPI, whatever the hell. And it's like, yeah, they lost by 30. Maybe you should probably fix the software. And they're just like, no, we're going to ride with it. So I don't care about projections. The Yankees right now have been playing like a terrible baseball team.
You know, and it's true. Now, and it's weird because
some of it's injury-based, I'm aware. But they have not played.
Of course. But the Yankees right now, as it stands, they would be the 8th seed in the American League. It looks like 3 are absolutely going to come out of the American League Central. But they're 2 games up, Scott, on here's how you know your team's in a world of trouble. They're 2 games up on the Baltimore Orioles.
Okay.
And they are also 2 games up on the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah. So based on name brand and stuff, they should make it. But I mean, why would you want to? Why would you even want to back the Yankees right now?
If you gave me, because they said the Orioles had like a 4% chance. Obviously, the Yankees had 98.9 or whatever it was.
Yeah, the Orioles also just beat the Yankees in the past series.
I would take the Orioles right now at 23-1 over the Yankees to make the playoffs.
I think you should. Yankees play Toronto in the next 3 days, and Toronto's been very good.
Toronto's been playing very good basketball.
Baseball and basketball.
Or what? Yeah, well, that's true too.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've been playing both of those sports pretty well. The key, not playing in Toronto. Apparently, that makes a big difference.
Yeah, apparently that's huge. Playing in the United States apparently does them a lot of good.
Yeah, Toronto was one of our premium plays yesterday. We had the over in that game up there in Boston. And hey, Scott, did you know Boston is really terrible at pitching?
I did hear that somewhere. I know what that game total, like 17, 18 runs.
Yeah, we had it at we got it at
10, 9.5.
Yeah, it was not.
It was not
yeah, it was not. Oh, I was actually a lean, but yeah, we had Seattle was our actual pick, and that one came out okay as well. So let's all right, living in the past. Let's take speaking of living in the past, it's Ian Anderson for Atlanta Braves. Yeah, I'm going to make Jethro Tull jokes.
Jethro
all day long. Braves big favorite here, Scott. This is going to be a 12-10, or excuse me, a 1-10 Eastern game, so we're not going to dwell on it too much because it'll definitely be going by the time this comes up. Braves big favorite with Ian Anderson. Jose Urena making his first start of the year. Any value there on the Marlins at plus 188?
I guess you make the argument that anybody's has value at plus 188, but to answer your question, no. Okay. I don't trust starting pitcher who's making his season debut against a team that has been phenomenal at home. Braves are 14-6 at home. Miami's been good on the road. I'll give him credit for that. But Anderson's been great. He has a 2.25 ERA, 2-0. He's going up against somebody making a season debut. I really don't want I have no interest in the Marlins here. So I'm gonna lean Braves, but I'm aware that at minus 200 or minus 220, not exactly a hot take on that one.
Okay. I think there might be a little value on the Marlins. It's not.
Of course, mathematically in a baseball game, there's value, but I just can't lay it with a guy making a season debut. I just don't want it.
Okay. All right. Good enough. Yeah, Anderson's made 2 starts, looked very good. Probably won't go deep. So
about 5 or 6, probably.
Yeah, I think he's gone 6 each time. He's gone 12 in his 2 starts. Yeah, you got to go Braves there, but I think there's a little value on the Marlins at plus 188. Urena wasn't great last season. 5.2 ERA, 4.74 FIP. So he was a little bit unlucky, but
he has a no-hitter.
1.47 WHIP.
Doesn't he have a no-hitter from like 2-3 years ago?
I think he does, if I remember correctly. I think you're exactly right. So
yeah.
All right, moving on. Again, the Phillies and the Mets. Zach Wheeler goes against David Peterson for the Mets. This one caps out pretty close. Phillies minus 118. Mets small underdog at plus 108.
I know that this game's also 1 o'clock, so we're not going to spend much time on it. But
nope.
I got to go with Wheeler, right? I mean, Philly's just been the better team.
Yeah, Peterson has pitched well.
It's been very good. It's just a matter of the Mets, as of right now, are in worse form than the Phillies. And if it's a pick 'em, give me the hotter team.
Yeah, and he did not pitch well his last time out, giving up 3 earned over 4 innings. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take the Phillies there, and Phillies comfortably in second place there in the National League East. They're game and a half up on the Marlins.
I still don't trust them, but I thought the Phillies would make the playoffs this year, so I'm not fully surprised. But yeah, this team it really all comes down to their pitching, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really, and even more, it comes down to their relief pitching.
Yep,
their starters have definitely been good. This is kind of a big series for the Mets, Scott. If they want to make a stand here, the Phillies is a team that they have to take care of business against. They're 2.5 back of the Phillies for that number 2 spot in the East. If the Mets are going to make a move, now is the time. Does it factor into your betting at all, or you think it's just the better team takes care of business here?
I think it matters to some teams, and it doesn't really make a difference. Or some sports doesn't really matter to others. Baseball, I don't think it really matters. Because baseball is just such an unpredictable sport. It really comes down to a game of inches sometimes. You can miss a home run by about 3 inches on the bat, and instead you pop up to the infield. I don't think it really matters. Mets have been a streaky team all year long. I'm not going to suddenly think, now is the time to be great. The Mets are going to realize, now is the time to be great. We should win 9 in a row. No, I don't see that happening. I think that the Mets have been unpredictable all year, and they'll continue to be unpredictable. And I think the Phillies are the better team, so I'll lean to the Phillies. Yeah,
Phillies are certainly high. They're 7-3 over their last 10. Mets just 4-6.
I'm assuming you agree with that idea that even if the Mets are in a desperation area, it really shouldn't matter. At this point, your identity is your identity, and the Mets have been a very streaky team all year long, and their losing streaks have been a bit longer than their winning streaks, and that's why.
Well, I always have a problem with situations like that because it implies that at some point you're trying harder than you were. And I don't believe that.
I think it might have the opposite effect because you have added pressure on you to do something moving forward.
Certainly possible. I don't believe.
I don't believe in it either. I'm just stating a fact that if a team's been unpredictable over 2 months, they're not going to suddenly go, oh, you know what we should do? Win 9 in a row because it's time. Like, no, it's just not. That's not what your DNA is.
Flip the switch and now we start trying. Yeah,
correct. Yeah. Like that's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I agree with that. Give me the hotter team with the better pitcher at a nice price right there. The Tigers and the Twins. Michael Fulmer goes against Michael Pineda for the Twins.
I said the Twins would win 6 in a row. I'm just saying, that looks pretty good right now. What have they won, 4 in a
row? The Twins have lost 1. So.
Oh, they lost? I thought they won.
I've got them. Let me see.
What? Wait. Did they play a doubleheader yesterday? I thought they won yesterday.
Hang on, let me.
I could be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of Saturday, but I thought the Twins were on a winning streak, and I was about to feel pretty confident. And now I feel like an idiot.
No, they lost yesterday.
Well, now I feel like an idiot, so that's a shame. But they were on a good winning streak. They were on 4. I was very close. But yeah, I like the form the Twins are in. I said they'd go on a run, and if I guess it wasn't as big of a run as I thought it was going to be. But
they've gone 5-5 over their last 10. So. That's
what I'm saying. I said they'd win 6 in a row, and they won 5, and they couldn't finish it off to get the 6-game winning streak that I predicted earlier this week. But they've been playing better. I know that this line is huge, and Fulmer stinks. So I'll go with the Twins team total over.
5.5, of course, is the number there.
At home, which isn't great, but Fulmer's been terrible. Detroit's bullpen is okay, but not great. And I'm saying okay very lightly. The Twins are also really good at home, and the Twins, on paper, tend to mash. So I'll go with the Twins team total over. It's not great at home. I'm aware of that. But Fulmer is so bad that I have to consider it.
Fulmer is bad. You're picking up plus 112 over 5.5. You want to do the run line is minus 115. as we talk a lot on this show, those are very, very similar bets.
I'm not the issue though is Pineda's had one start this year. I don't really know if I want to bank on it.
But yeah, Pineda has that is the question.
That's why I don't want to touch Pineda. It's just a matter of he could be awful today. I don't know.
And Fulmer, he hasn't been great, but you know
better
what?
Lately.
The team has won 3 straight. He was good his last time out. He just went 3 innings. So this is going to be kind of a bullpen game for the Tigers here.
Good for me. Even if the Tigers play well, then I get the 9th inning.
Yeah. Very, very, very good point. I'll go with you just because that's where the value is. And
that's what I'm saying. This game, there's really no value. I'm just going solely based on the numbers.
All right. And once again, don't want to spend too much time on it because this game will be underway by the time we go here. All right. So this is a game we made some money on yesterday. The Mariners and the Rangers. Mariners minus 153, Rangers plus 150 with 141. 8.5 is the number as Colby Allard goes against Marco Gonzalez. Scott, to me, this looks like a Texas team that has absolutely packed it in.
Oh, they've 100% packed it in.
They were competitive yesterday, but ultimately ended up not doing well. They've lost 5 straight. Seattle, don't look now, Scott. Seattle's won 5 straight.
Yeah, they're catching up to the Yankees.
Seattle is the home team here, so obviously we're not going to get those last at bats. I'm going to go with I'll play over 4.5 here.
Are you talking about for the Mariners team total?
Yeah, team total over 4.5 is I think where my value is going to lie there, as opposed to laying 153 or taking them on the run line. I don't. The Mariners still don't have a great pen, so I'll just take the Rangers offense out of the equation here. Give me the Mariners over 4.5. Your thoughts?
The thing about me, I think that's a fine play, but the issue that I have is that Texas's offense is so bad that I want to keep them in the equation. So for that reason, there's really no value to be found here. I don't want to lay minus 150 with the Mariners. They played well. But if I'm going to win anywhere, I'm going to go first 5 under. It sounds like a hot take because Allard has not been good this year. I know he's been terrible on the road. It's a very hot take. But if you've seen so far in the series, it seems like both offenses haven't really done anything before the bullpens come in, and then you kind of get some fireworks. Texas can't hit the ball. I think Marco Gonzalez should pitch well. And Seattle's offense has been decent, but –
they were handcuffed by Jordan Lyles yesterday, Scott. Jordan Lyles went into the 7th.
That's what I'm saying. So both offenses have really not been that great in the series, and I think Marco Gonzalez is a pretty serviceable pitcher. I think 4.5 is a little bit too high, so I'm going to lean to the under. I think you should probably get somewhere around 3-1 into the 6th. So I'll go with the first five under 4.5. I don't know what the line is in terms of juice. Do you have that in front of you?
Square on each side, Scott. Minus 110 either way.
Yeah, so I'll go first 5 under there. Both offenses before the bullpens have come in have been really underwhelming in the series. So that's where I'm gonna lean based on value.
All right, now one of the most bitter rivalries in all of Major League Baseball, as the St. Louis Cardinals travel to the friendly confines to take on the Chicago Cubs.
I feel like we're not going to spend much time on this game because the value is just staring me in the face. I'm assuming we're going Cardinals, right?
Oviedo plus 157 for the Cards, minus 170 for the Cubbies.
I'm assuming we're just going Cardinals. I can't lay 170 with Hendricks. I can't do it. I know that Hendricks has been pretty good. He definitely peaked earlier in the year, particularly his first start where he had a complete game shot against Milwaukee. But don't look now, though. The Cardinals have been playing pretty well lately, and the Cubs have been, I'd say, pretty underwhelming since the extremely hot start. I know that Wrigley usually leads to a Cubs win. They haven't been as dominant in Wrigley as they have been in recent years. I think that there's some value here on the Cardinals. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
Yeah, Cubs just 13-11 at home this season. Cardinals have been consistent. They're 1 over 500 on the road and at home. Cardinals, Scott, have a run differential that leads the National League Central, plus 26. Cubs run differential just plus 9.
That's what I'm saying. It's just a matter of the fact that even though the Cubs are in first place, Cardinals have really not been playing they're kind of flying under the radar. They've been playing decently well lately. You're telling me right now, Cubs, based on current form, are laying 170? Like I would price that line probably around 130 if I was pricing it myself.
Well, Hendricks had a couple 3 bad starts until having a good start his last time out. Oviedo hasn't been awful.
No, he's not good, but he's been good enough to take plus 150, plus 160 money.
Yeah, I think that's the way you got to. I think that's the way you got to play it. The team that's won 3 straight versus the team that's lost 3 straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sold. I'll take the cards there as well. Nice plus money value there.
Yep.
Tampa Bay and Washington. Charlie Morton goes against Scherzer. Nationals a little bit of a favorite here, minus 117 plus 107. So the Rays been playing very good baseball. And,
I feel we've been saying that for about a month and a half straight.
Well,
yes.
that is no lie. They're playing on the road, right? Yeah, they're playing on the road.
It's in Washington.
Because they've been another team that's been very good at home. They've been kind of a good team on the road as well. They're 14-6 at home, 14-7 on the road, and we're getting a pretty good price on them here. You worry about fading Scherzer? Scherzer is he's been solid. He hasn't had quite a Scherzer kind of season. 3.95 ERA, 1.38 WHIP. Charlie Morton has struggled for most of the year. They've used him.
He was also injured, so he has a small sample size. But yeah.
Yeah, and they've kind of used him as an opener his last 2 times out. Of course, the time before he went on the injury list, and then they just gave him 2 innings in his return. He was very good. No hits, 4 Ks in 2 innings, and they win over the Yankees. I have not seen if they plan on stretching him out in this one. Do you know, Scott, if they're going to?
I have no idea. I'd assume they're going to stretch him out longer for each appearance, but I doubt he'll go more than 5. But I'm assuming he'll probably go somewhere in the 4 or 5 range.
That's what I would think. Yeah. Are you you interested in fading Scherzer here with the Tampa Bay Rays?
It's really tricky because of the fact that Scherzer's so good, but the Nationals are so bad that it kind of are caught in the middle of a rock and a hard place. I don't know if I can trust Morton either. So for that reason, I'll play it relatively safe, I guess, and I'll take Nationals first 5. Realistically, Scherzer's probably going to go at least 5, give up maybe a max of 2 runs. I think Morton could be good. He could be bad. You get a potential push draw here as well. I think the Rays have a good shot to win the game, but that involves fading Scherzer for 7+ innings, which I don't really want to do. So I'm going to go with Nationals first 5. I'll take Scherzer for the distance, and Morton, who has been good in 2 innings, no hits, whatever. The longer you stretch him out, the more unpredictability there is for him. So I think that there's some value with the Nationals in that spot.
All right, minus 125 on the Nats there. You know what?
You got any thoughts on that spot?
Yeah, that's not a bad play. I think things get hinky in the latter part of the game.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to ignore the Nationals bullpen.
I'll go ahead and take the Rays. I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and factor in that Nationals bullpen and say the Rays. Charlie Morton keeps them in it, and the Rays are able to break through late. Better team. Give me the Rays plus 107 right there.
Okay.
Royals, Indians, big favorites here, of course, minus 216 plus 197. Plesac goes against Brad Keller, who was scratched from the start yesterday in order to make the start. Again today, Indians playing very good baseball right now, 7-3 over their last 10. They've won 2 straight. They're within half a game of the division-leading White Sox. Royals, God bless them. They're
trying.
They are trying.
They're not winning, but they're trying.
Yeah, and again, this is going to be a team to watch here probably in 2022.
Yeah, I was saying like 2-3 years.
They're going to have one of the top staffs in baseball in 2 years. I'm just saying. That ain't this year, although that Brad Keller has been their lone bright spot in that rotation. 1.93 ERA, 1.03 WHIP. He has been outstanding in 4 of his 5 starts. St. Louis was able to get to him, but other than that, he has given up 1 or less in 4 of his 5 starts. Oh man,
I'm going with the first 5 under.
I might take yeah, that's not a bad play. I was considering playing the Royals first 5, just taking a shot at it.
You can for more value there, but first 5 is probably going to be 4. I doubt it's going to be 4.5 with these two.
It is 4.5.
Really? That surprises me.
Juiced a little bit to the under at -120. That's tempting.
I don't care where the juice is. I really thought this was going to be at 4. 4.5. What are you kidding me? Yeah, I'll take that.
Under 4.5. Royals definitely.
Are you surprised? Are you surprised isn't it 4 with these 2 starting pitchers? I'm kind of shocked, honestly.
What is it? 8.5 for the full game, right?
I thought it was 8.
Let me see here. Full game is 8. Yeah,
that's why I'm shocked it's 4. It's not 4. You got 2 very solid starting pitchers. I really thought they would have made the adjustment, but yeah, I'll take 4.5.
Yeah,
I think that has to be the play, right?
I would almost try to be fancy there and take first 5 under and full game over. But
I'm assuming you agree that the best play is definitely that number, first 5 under at 4.5.
Yeah. I think there's a.
I mean, you can mention Royals money line for value, but I'm talking about just in general. 4.5 is way too big of a line.
Yeah, I think that's the solid play.
Just give out your Homer Royals pick. Just do it, right?
I like your first 5. I like your first 5 under. I think that's a solid play. You want to buy a scratch off? Yeah, take the Royals plus 197 with Keller on the mound.
Yeah.
And also if you don't want to factor the Royals bullpen in, which is probably a smart move, take them first 5 at plus 185. I think that's probably even a little better.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We've got the Yankees at Blue Jays up there in Buffalo. This is another big series, Scott. There's starting to be some big series here.
Yeah, it's a big series because we can't win any series.
Yankees need to make a move, and they are the underdog here, -126 plus 116. If you want to bet on the Yankees, they send Jordan Montgomery to the mound, and Hyun-Jin Ryu goes for the Buffalo Blue Jays. I got to go Blue Jays here, Scott. This is the Yankees team is a shell of their former selves. If you look at this lineup, it doesn't look like the lineup that they really want to go to war with. Ryu has been very good. He has exactly no bad outings. He has given up 2 or less in all. He has 1 bad outing. I'm sorry. His second start of the year was not good. So
it was great ever since.
But yeah, ever since July was over, he's made 5 terrific starts. So give me the hotter pitcher, hotter team, and getting a nice price on them there. Give me the Toronto Blue Jays to take care of business. Sorry, buddy, against your New York Yankees at -126. Your thoughts?
Well, I appreciate the apology, but I wrote an article about this game for Winners and Whiners, and I took the Blue Jays. So the apology is not needed. Yeah, I'm a Yankees fan, but I'm realistic. The team isn't very good. And in this spot, I know Toronto opened up roughly -140, -150. It's been bet down because, people are going to see the Yankees at a plus price and automatically slam it. Toronto has the advantage in every single degree besides bullpen. And even the Yankees' bullpen hasn't been good lately. Chapman's been okay. He's been inconsistent. Britton's been awful over the past week. You still have Green, who's been pretty good. Ottavino's been okay. But Montgomery's been bad this year, at least numbers-wise. You have a lineup that looks like a shell of itself that you already talked about. And you have Toronto, who's been playing really good baseball, who's been good in Buffalo, and Ryu's been their best starter. I don't know how Toronto's not -140 or higher in this spot. I mean, the Yankees have dominated the Orioles. We lost the last 2 games to the Orioles.
Right, after winning, 18 straight, 19 straight?
19 straight. I know we both cleaned up, though, because we both leaned to Baltimore plays against Garrett Cole, and that worked out really well. But, yeah, you got to go Toronto. This isn't even really a discussion. I hope I'm wrong because I'm a Yankees fan, but this team isn't very good right now. And they're still pricing it based on name alone, kind of. Not today because you'd assume the Yankees would be favored regardless based on the season started. But until they show me something, I'm not going to assume they're going to show me something. So I'll go with the team that's actually shown something lately, and that's Toronto.
All right. I'm with you there. You can also, if you want to play around with if you don't believe in Toronto's bullpen, you can play Toronto over 4.5 at -125, basically the same price.
I don't think I want the 4.5, though, because I want a piece of Ryu in this one. Based on how the Yankees lineup is played, I want Ryu in this spot.
Yeah, that's certainly a valid argument right there. Giants Diamondbacks, another close game. Giants minus 119.
You know where I'm going here. It's my boy. I have to back him. He's one of my favorite pitchers. I have to do it.
By the way, yeah, it is Zach Gallen going.
He's one of my favorite pitchers. I have to.
Oh, by the way, Scott, you'd have been proud of me. We the lean that I had yesterday on the Toronto over. Of course, they started Robbie Ray. So.
That's just fun stuff. Fun stuff. How did he do?
He did not do well.
Did he walk 5 guys or 6 guys?
I can't remember. He didn't. He struggled.
But they won.
They
won. So change of scenery does wonders.
Yeah, well, it's going to do wonders for his postseason aspirations. Yeah, Gallen's been very good. You talk about a guy that's just under the radar screen. Just fantastic.
If you've watched the show every day, you know that he is not under my radar, as I've been a fan of him for the past 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow, what a pitcher.
He's got 6 straight quality starts. He's given up 2 or less in every single one of his starts. The only non-quality start was the first time out where he was kind of on an inning restriction, pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run. It's hard to say anything bad about him. The problem is, they haven't won every game. They're just.
He gets no run support whatsoever.
Yeah, they're just 5-2 in his starts. He certainly deserves a better faith in that. But I'm not a Gausman guy. I think you and I agree on that.
He's been better than I thought he was going to be, which says a lot because his ERA is still 4+. I thought he was going to be terrible. He's been, dare I say, mediocre.
He's been mediocre. He's been better his last 2 times out. He's given up just 2 earned. Pitched into the 5th both times. Went 4 2/3 and completed 5 against.
But yeah, money's poured in on the Giants. So that's kind of fascinating.
I don't see it at all. Let me see if there's any. The total is 8, 3.5.
Giants are favored in this one, right?
Yeah, Giants are favored minus 119. Yeah, you got to take the value there at plus 109. Yeah.
I'm going to actually go a little bit differently. I'm going to go with Diamondbacks first 5.
Okay. Yeah, I don't hate that. That's
so my thoughts on Gallen if you've watched the show. I sound like a broken record, but
yeah,
if he was on another team, he would get so much more publicity.
Oh, no question.
So good.
Yep, no question. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Diamondbacks there at plus 109. First 5-year lay at minus 110. So Gallen will give you 6. I'll take that and count on the.
He's going up against the Giants twice. He's going at least 6, giving up 1 earned run. Yeah. I think if the Diamondbacks score 2, you're feeling pretty good about the first 5.
All right, very good. Colorado Rockies and the San Diego Padres. Padres massive favorites here, minus 180, plus 166 on the other side. 8.5 is your total.
I'm going. For going for value, I'm going Padres Run Line.
Padres Run Line. They are the home team. Padres Run Line minus 101.
I mean, I understand that I said previously a couple weeks ago that I never take home teams on the run line, so I'm not going to play it. But if we're talking about value here, Padres continue to play well. I know that they struggled a little bit over the weekend against Oakland, which didn't surprise me because I said that Paddock would lose to Manaea, and that happened. But
I think they still won that series.
No, they did, but I'm saying that they still, I'd say, didn't look as sharp at times as people were kind of hoping they would, especially from a pitching perspective.
Right.
The dicey part, which takes me into Lamet, who's been great this year. So they did win the series, but I think you'll agree, even though they did play the series, there were a couple of moments there where you saw old Padres flashbacks, and you're thinking, is this the part where it unravels? But no, It did not. So I'm going to lean to Lamet because Freeland, who I still like, has not been good in his last couple starts. And the Rockies are still not in free fall, but they're still not very good. So I'm going to go with the Padres here.
I get that. And Freeland has struggled. He's given up 11 earned over his last 3 starts, covering 12 1/3 innings. That's not bueno at all. Let me see if there's any value on this total. You know what? I'll take the over here.
These two teams tend to have a lot of runs when they play each other. So
Lamet has given up 3 runs each of his last 2 outings. So he's not exactly locking them down.
You know, it's actually fascinating, by the way. Fun fact: these teams have played 7 games so far this season. All 7 have been in Coors Field.
Huh. Well, there you go.
Kind of weird, isn't it?
That is weird. Kind of a little quirk of the schedule. Give me the over here. I'll take that.
Yeah, it's mostly just a fade of Freeland that I'm backing Lamet, who I was skeptical of Lamet earlier in the year, as I feel like everyone should have been, because he really hasn't been good in years past. He's been really good. I got to give it to him. He's been very solid.
All right, fair enough. Last game on the board. Big game there in the American League West. If the Houston Astros want to have any kind of a shot at this one, they are 3.5 back of the A's, and that's who they play today. Scott, playing out there in Oakland, where the A's have done very well. -131, +121 for the Stros. 9 is the total, and Christian Javier goes against Frankie Montas for the Oakland A's. Scott, don't look now. Frankie Montas has not been pitching well. He's really, really struggled his last 3 times out. He's given up 18 earned runs over his last 9 2/3 innings. Yikes.
I thought last year was an anomaly for Montas, but after the start of the year, I thought that he proved it wasn't, and then everything blew up in his face. So apparently I was never on the bandwagon. I got on the bandwagon right before it burst into flames, and now he's very underwhelming. I was going to go with Houston. I know that Houston's been terrible on the road this season. I believe they're 5-13 on the road, and Oakland's very good at home. I get that, but I still think that Javier is a solid pitcher. I said that earlier in the year, and he's 4-1. He's been very good, and Montas has not been good. In Oakland, I know that they're 14-6 at home, but you look at their recent performances, really not been that good. They ended up losing. Let me check this. I know they do had a delay in there because they had a COVID issue, but they've lost 4 or 5. They really haven't been playing well, and I got to go with the hotter team with the better pitcher. So I'm going to go with Houston at +1.
Yeah, I think that's a solid play. I would also consider the over here in this spot at 9.
Assuming Montas blows up, that's not a bad play.
But I think that I think catching Houston at plus money.
I like Javier.
I think Javier is going to be a nice part of that addition for years to come. And we're not just getting a little plus money; we're getting 6-5 here at +121.
So. Great deal. You can make the argument that Houston should be favored in this matchup. So.
Yeah, agreed. I think you're getting a little bit of an overlay there, being betting on.
I am aware that Houston's awful on the road, so I'm not completely ignoring that. But at some point, you got to just look at where the value is based on the current form in the pitching.
Yeah,
I know that Houston's not good on the road, but you have the better starting pitcher by a wide margin this season, and you have Oakland, who's in a little bit of a slump. So I'll take the hotter team. All
right, good enough. Oakland off the heels of losing 2 or 3 to San Diego, and Scott and I think that the little mini slump perhaps continues as Houston tightens up the race there in the AL West.
At least based on the number. I feel like you have to play Houston.
Yeah, give us both the Houston Astros plus money, +121. All right, we'll take it. All right, Scott, there it is. That's your Labor Day baseball card for today. Any final thoughts on the baseball?
Not really. I know that I still haven't done my Play the Day video, which I'm about to do now. So fingers crossed. Hopefully everything works out today. All
right, very good. And for myself, for Scott Reichel, for all of us over here at winnersandwhiners.com, and of course for deeper dives into each and every one of these games, don't forget to check out winnersandwhiners.com each and every day, as they have some of the best handicappers in the world writing previews and predictions for each game. So for myself, for Scott Reichel, for all of us here at Winners and Whiners, we appreciate you stopping by. Good luck on all your plays. Once again, everybody, happy Labor Day. Thanks for all your hard work each and every day. Enjoy it. Get out there and don't cut the grass. Go out there and have some fun. Watch some sports. Maybe have a picnic and go have some fun. No work at all today. Don't go work in the garden. Don't cut any grass.
I got the Islanders game tonight, so I'm pretty preoccupied.
Just have fun. Okay. Well, I wasn't talking to you in particular.
I'm just saying, go Islanders.
Go Islanders. Absolutely. That should be fun as they're in the Eastern Division Finals. We're excited. We're excited about that.
Eastern Conference Finals, but the same thing.
Eastern Division, Eastern Conference, whatever. Fine. That's the hill you want to die on.
They're 8 wins away from the Stanley Cup. That's all that matters.
All right, my friend. Well, we appreciate everybody being here. Good luck. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We'll see you next time on Today in Sports Betting. Bye-bye, everybody.